is a shot my buddy. He has this great house in the Oakland Hills.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome here to Bellomy Field in Santa Clara, California, where we have the Santa Clara Broncos taking on the nearby Stanford Cardinal. Santa Clara in their white jerseys here, and the Stanford Cardinal taking on a rare black jersey with white shorts here. Should be a heck of a game. We were here on the moist Wednesday night when Santa Clara took on Utah Tech, handily winning that game with a football score of 21-7. It's quite the matchup. Stanford's last match also against Utah Tech. That was last Sunday, also a rainy affair. It was 18-13. Utah Tech putting up a pretty decent fight in both of those. Santa Clara with their win 21-7. Highlighted by some great play from goalkeeper Ryan Rosselli there, who had quite a lot of saves. He's up to 76 on the year, boasting a 62.3 save percentage here as we see the keepers going back to their respective cages. Sutton Yazzolino in for the Cardinal at number 1. Don't know if I mentioned it. Jack Lowry here on the call, per usual, here at DNF_ADV Sports. Appreciate everyone who's liked and subscribed. Appreciate the Hanson family from the Santa Clara side of things, talking about how they watch us up in Seattle. We appreciate it. We appreciate all the families and everyone watching around the world here. As the first faceoff is going to go the Broncos' way there. Jack Partovi, number 23 for the Broncos, is someone to keep an eye on. Already has 72 faceoff wins, only 26 losses. Really dominated the Utah Tech game and allowed Santa Clara to be in steady control pretty much the entire time. As we now see Stanford on the attack for the first time today. In strong voice, we're hearing a lot of Bronco faithful here. We were earlier at the UC Berkeley, Oregon game over in the East Bay. Lots of people there. Great turnout at Maxwell Family Field. And that's going to be the first goal of the day there for the Stanford Cardinal. That's going to be Aaron Tiao with his first goal of the day, his 18th of the year. Something that Coach Paul Jepson of the Stanford Cardinal pointed out is how Aaron Tiao really is the glue guy for this team. That is now his 28th goal contribution on the year. That is more than everyone else combined from the Cardinal, who, once you'll see a wide shot, you'll see there is not a lot of bodies to go around for. Stanford currently only count 5 players on the bench as Stanford gets called for a face-off. Or pardon me, that was Santa Clara getting called for the face-off infraction there. So it'll be... What? Okay. Looks like we're seeing another infraction there, that time on Stanford, so it'll be Santa Clara ball. You go with this, or you can go with that, because this is where it's at. So we'll see Aiden Oates on the ball now, number 15 there. Kid from Boston College High School. 7 goals, 7 assists on the year. Aiden Oates, someone that Coach Manny Rapkin for Santa Clara pointed out as a standout younger player. Oates, number 15 here on the ball. Moves it back to the X position there with number 42, Logan Bradish. Drops the shoulder there. Nice little move there. Tries the spin. Back to the X, the wayward pass. And Santa Clara does a good job to get on their horse there, pun intended, to make sure that's not a turnover. Alex Cravinger, number 7, on the ball now. Trying one of those incisive passes, maybe thinking about letting it rip. He does. And that's a great goal there and a great response from the Santa Clara Broncos. 1-1 after 2 minutes. Let's see that one more time if we can. Cravinger does a good job of getting downhill here. Creates a little bit of separation. Incisive cut. And wanted to get to his strong hand there. Nice crossbody. Not much Yazzolino could do there. And 1-1 after 2. Face-off again there. Nice face-off win there by the Cardinal. That was Cannon Kassane with the win. Looks like there was a shove, so it'll stay on the Stanford side of things. As I was mentioning, Jack Partovi for the Broncos did such a great job in that match against Utah Tech. Had really quick reactions, was able to win close to about 90% of the faceoffs there, allowing the Broncos to control that game steadily, winning by 14 goals. Stanford here with some patient play. Maybe thought about a rip, but is dispossessed by a couple of Broncos. Looks like the rubber lime spills onto the floor there, but is scooped up there by Danny McFadden, number 37, for the Cardinal. As I mentioned earlier, the Stanford Cardinal in the black jerseys. Santa Clara Broncos in the white. Just wanted to clarify, since Santa Clara also basically has the same colors as Stanford. Stanford tried maybe a wrap around there, but elected to pass out there. The ball gets spilled out again. Some solid defensive pressure there from the Broncos. Looks like that's going to be a hold on the Cardinal. We'll go back to Bronco ball. We saw this in the Cal game earlier today on DNF-ADV. Great interception there. But both teams jumping out to early goals and then a bit of a settling period. A great pass in front of goal there. Looked like that was intended there for Aaron Tiao. I don't know if they're going to credit him with the goal. Looked like it was a pass in front of goal and maybe it was just deflected there. Ryan Rosselli didn't look like he reacted to it. Yeah, let's see this one more time. Oh, wow. So almost a touch pass there from Aaron Tiao. Just pushed it right into the back of the net. So Tiao already 2 goals on today, 19 on the season. My goodness. I'd have to look at the West Coast Lacrosse League overall stats, but you got to think Tiao's going to be pretty high up there with 19. Logan Fredericks, or pardon me, not Logan. Well, there we go. Jack Partovi with another face-off win. Looks like that was a deflection. If I'm not mistaken, that was Jack Cipriani, number 14 for Santa Clara, who tried to shoot that. Looked like it went off of the helmet of the Cardinal defender as Cipriani passes that to Aiden Oates. Oates and Cipriani combining for 20 goals on the year. Wayward pass. That's going to be a turnover there. And it will be Cardinal ball with about 4.5 gone in this first period. 4 15-minute periods if this is your first time ever playing lacrosse, or watching lacrosse, I should say. Cardinal into the attacking third. We'll maybe try to set a basketball screen there for a moment, but looks like we're going to see a hockey-like shift here as the Cardinal commit some attackers forward. And on back-to-back possessions, we are going to see turnovers from maybe attackers looking at the goal rather than seeing the ball into their net. Can happen. You get a little too excited there. As Ryan Rosselli has to exhibit some nice footwork there to make sure that the ball gets out of their half. That is going to be an offsides there for Santa Clara. So after a hot start from both teams here, seeing a little bit of mental mistakes happening. And now the Cardinal look like they have settled into this game here. So they'll let it rip there, but a nice hack there from number 16, Finley Desai. Oh, pardon me, that was number 16, Tyler King, I should say. Finley Desai's number 16 on the Cardinal, who's currently on the left wing. Next to Aaron Tiao, who's going to try again. Ball goes across the face of the goal, but that will be Bronco ball, as they're going to say. That is technically not a shot on goal. Didn't go out the back, just went out the side. Didn't even touch the cage there. As the ball now with James Driscoll, number 9. And back to Rosselli. Maybe thinking about an outlet now as he continues to step forward. Has to be clinical here in passing. Nice there. That's going to be a flag. This will be a free play here for the Broncos. Don't know quite what the infraction was on the Cardinal. But alas, Logan Bradish and co. will have basically a free play now as the ball's with Jack Egan, number 33 from Aurora, Colorado. Now passing it there to Michael Ray from Irvine. Michael Ray, I should say. Thought about cutting in, elected to go out to the left here. Ball currently with John Morris from Lake Forest, Illinois. Dancing around that right wing. Dumps it off to Logan Bradish at the X. Bradish not able to scoop it. So this is going to stay Bronco ball after that flag was blown. Let's see what the official call here. Looks like Finley Desai, number 16, is going to be taking the knee there for Stanford. So Santa Clara will have a 30-second man advantage. See if they can capitalize and equalize. Thomas Honey, number 40, first time we've seen him on the ball tonight. Second leading goal scorer for the Broncos. Thomas Honey there. With 11 goals on the year, 2 assists. Had a great outing against Utah Tech. Nice bouncing shot there. That was Jack Cipriani, number 14, who almost had a shot there, but now Logan Bradish will try a wraparound himself. And that'll be Bronco ball. Nice job there from Sutton Yazzolino to stay in front of the cage there. Hug that post. Make sure Bradish didn't get the wraparound goal. Cravinger showing in front of goal. Electing to go to Bradish again. Maybe thought about the wraparound again. Maybe a spin move. Rips it to Honey, who loses it for a moment. Retains possession for the Broncos. Cuts to the left to the weak hand. Spinning pass there. And that ball goes to Aiden Oates, but just under the stick there. That is a costly turnover there for the Broncos now as we just passed the halfway mark through the first period of action here at Bellomy Field in brisk Santa Clara. Currently 56 outside. Probably feels about maybe 48. Not nearly as bad as Wednesday night against Utah Tech. Wind chill dropped it down to 35. Was a chilly, chilly night. We appreciate everyone who comes out and supports the Broncos, or if you're supporting the visiting team as well. Don't judge here. Unbiased broadcast. As Stanford lets it rip a little to the left there. That'll actually be Santa Clara ball now. Thought the Cardinal were going to retain possession there, but alas, now the Broncos do a good job of switching play there. Nice pass to Evan Westervelt, blasting down that left wing. Nice outlet there to Cravinger. Slips but stays on his feet. Cradles it and dumps it off to 33 there. Jack Egan once again. Aiden Oates now subbing back in. About 5.5 to go here in this first period of action. Lets it rip. Great save there from Yazzolino once again. On a brisk night like that, a hard save to make. Just ate it right in the midsection, did Sutton Yazzolino. will, after tonight, have about 100 saves on the year. Ball cajoled by some Bronco defenders, and the Broncos go on the counterattack. Cravinger maybe thinking about dumping it off to Thomas Honey, who was forward. But Stanford does a good job of getting back and quelling the counterattack. As the ball now with Cipriani once again to the X. Honey maybe with a wraparound shot. Jumped in off the left side of the cage. Definitely hit off the post there. But Yazzolino once again with a great job. Staying big as if he was getting attacked by a Cougar. And that's going to be a turnover there from the Cardinal. Up and down. This game has been for both teams. Lots of mental errors here. Sometimes it takes a little while to get warm, both physically and mentally here into the game. Only about 10 minutes to play. And that's going to be a turnover there. Costly there. James Driska dispossessed there by the Cardinal. And so the Cardinal will advance into the attacking area now with Steele Billings, number 9 on the ball. By far the coolest name on the Stanford Cardinal. We're now back to Aaron Tiao, the talisman for this Stanford team. Does it all for them. Pretty much does everything except for a soft shoe routine at halftime. Tiao now gathering himself, looking for maybe one of his teammates as they gather in front of goal. Falls to the ground, no call there. And Tiao grabbing the left knee. Looks like it's just maybe got whacked there. Doesn't look like a non-contact injury. Looks like he should be fine as he's already walking it off. All right, Cipriani now on ball for Santa Clara. John Morris now on the ball. More and more Santa Clara supporters starting to filter in. We appreciate everybody coming out to support. So wherever you may be from, we do encourage you to come out and watch the games live. As I said earlier, the Berkeley-Oregon game had close to about 500 people watching. It was quite fun as the Broncos had a decent opportunity there. Egan was dancing in front of the cage, but was cajoled out of his net there. Stanford, nice little 1-2. I thought that was scored there, but turns out that was the side netting. Once again, Aaron Tiao almost with a little bit of it was almost like a push into the net, but alas, it was on the side netting here. And once again, the Broncos will get on their horse. Egan with the ball. Low scoring first quarter, 2-1 with 12 and a half gone. And that will be Coach Manny Rapkin for Santa Clara taking his first timeout of the game, first of the first half here. So we'll step away for a moment. 2.5 to go here in the first quarter. Stanford 2, Santa Clara 1. All right, we're back here. Santa Clara making sure they finish this first period of action off strong. Coach Manny Rapkin. It's pretty animated there in the huddle. Wasn't yelling, but passionate. We'll have Aiden Oates here on the ball to start off for Santa Clara. We'll see what the Santa Clara Broncos got in mind here. Patient play here from Santa Clara so far. Not settling for a good shot, waiting for a great shot. Little too high. Their ball was intended there for Jack Holler, but just a little too high. So Santa Clara will get back on defense here. Uh-oh. Some wayward scoops there from number 14, Ryan McJanet from Stanford there. Almost an own goal, which is rather rare these days in lacrosse. Very seldom seen. As Santa Clara gets into the attacking third once again. Patient play. Oh, great catch there by Aaron Tiao. My goodness. All over the field. Anytime we've called a Stanford game, he really is doing it all. Reminds me a lot of Jerry West on the Lakers in the 60s. Great bouncing pass there. Or pardon me. A pass from Aaron Tiao. Great bouncing shot, but just over the cage. Will stay Stanford ball for the time being. Stanford on the ball still. Steele Billings has a lot of goals this year, but right of the cage. Once again, will stay Cardinal ball. Steele Billings with 9 goals on the season, 5 assists as well. As Tiao eats a check there. Tries to dump it off in front of the face of the cage, but gets whacked out of the stick of the Stanford player, and we've got quite the scuffle here for the rubber line. And that is going to go the way of Santa Clara. It looks like there was a push there. Can't do that. You can't do that, folks. It's a physical game, but can't push in the back. So we'll see one more time there. John Morris advanced the ball there. And now Aiden Oates, number 15, on the ball for Santa Clara. Maybe thinking about a shot and thinking about a goal for Aiden Oates. Equalizing shot from number 15 there for Santa Clara to make it 2-2 with 11 seconds to go in the first quarter of action. See that one more time. Cipriani there to Oates. How many times have you heard about that battery playing together? All right, so that'll be the 8th assist there for Cipriani on the year. 20 goal contributions in total, 12 goals, 8 assists. Aiden Oates there with his 8th goal of the season, I should say. 7 assists for him. And there we go, Jack Partovi there with a nice GB scoop and an even better whack there from the Stanford defender who just yeets this ball. And after 15 minutes of play, back and forth action there, really bookended by the end of that first quarter. So Stanford 2, Santa Clara 2. We'll be back for the second period in just a moment. Don't go anywhere. we're back here with the second quarter of action here at Bellomy Field on the campus of Santa Clara University. In the background, you hear a gaggle of frat stars doing their guttural groans there. Apropos here for any lovely school here in Northern California. Sans my alma mater, San Francisco State, who had zero Greek life. But enough about me and more about these gladiators on the pitch. Here's we have Cannon Kassane taking on Jack Partovi at the halfway mark of the field. Kassane versus Partovi. 50-50 there. Partovi tried to scoop up the GB, is eventually scooped up by the Broncos, met by a sea of black shirts. My goodness, Partovi dropping some shoulders. Great scoop there. Wow, nice spinning moves there by Jack Cipriani on an inspired run. Surely he can't. Okay, yeah, obviously that's going to be a foul. Lots of shoving there. My goodness. Jack Cipriani there almost getting himself on SportsCenter. Yeah, it's going to be a cross-check there. That is a 1 minute man advantage here for Santa Clara. Looks like that was, I believe, number 32, Carter Kling, who will take a knee there for the Cardinal. Can't cross-check like that. But it's almost one of those fouls like in basketball where, you know, you can't just let a guy get an open layup like that. Kind of got to give him a receipt for his troubles. Santa Clara on the ball once again. Thomas Honey now in the middle there. Santa Clara distributing the ball very well. Patient play, as I said, about 45 seconds to go on their penalty here. Honey with the ball once again. Thinking about it. Through that, was maybe thinking about Alex Cravinger, number 7 there, but just met by too many aluminum sticks, and that is going to be a turnover there. And Stanford maybe just thinking about killing this penalty here and advancing the ball, as there are about 20 seconds to go on this man advantage here for the Broncos. Ball currently there with number 9, Steele Billings. Dumps it off to who else but Aaron Tiao. Aaron Tiao, unafraid as always to take on all comers here, as are the rest of these Stanford Cardinal players. Showing so much resilience here. Once again, only have 5 players on the bench. Dispossessed there, my goodness. Great GB scoop there by number 10, Stephen Head. Cravinger with another shot, and Cravinger with another goal. Santa Clara with another goal there. 3-2 now. Inspired play there from Stephen Head. And everyone loves Head after that play, my goodness. Stephen Head there now to Alex Cravinger, and a great shot right through the 5-hole of Yazzolino to make it 3-2 after 2 minutes in the second quarter of action here. And once again, that is a face-off win for Santa Clara, that time from Quinn McCall, number 0. His first face-off of this match so far. Ryan Rosselli currently with the ball in that big net there. Outlets it to Egan. There, back to Logan Bradish. Bradish loves to be in that X position and behind the cage. Seems like he's most comfortable there as Egan plotting his course, maybe thinking about a shot, dumps it off, lets it rip. That's a great save there from Yazzolino. Looks like it hit the stick and then off the side of the cage there. John Morris, number 18, really let that rip. That was coming at a high velocity. As number 40, Thomas Honey brings the ball up. Wayward pass there. Could be a turnover, I believe. Yep. Went into the Santa Clara attacking half. Aaron Tiao now, great spin there. Maybe looking for another goal ski. Thought about it. Oh, that's going to be a crease violation if I'm not mistaken there. Aaron Tiao flying a little too close to the sun there. As 3 minutes. Oh, no, pardon me. That's going to be a Stanford timeout. Got my hand signals messed up. So, yeah, after 2 minutes in the second quarter, Santa Clara with 1 goal to make it Santa Clara 3, Stanford 2. We'll be back in just a moment. Welcome back, folks. Stanford, after taking their first timeout of this matchup, I'll stay in their attacking zone here, down 1 goal. Pretty low scoring game so far. Not devoid of action for sure. It's been an up and down game, lots of hits, some great goals, some great efforts, all around some great goalkeeping play as well. Yazzolino and Rosselli, both such high-level keepers there. Nice little deke there. Cardinal in front of goal. A great... Oh, no! Wow, they're going to not call that a goal. The ref is right there. Shot went off the chest protector of Ryan Rosselli, rolled behind him, and then saved it right before it broke the plane. Certainly looked from where I am sitting that like that was going to be 3-3, but alas, the referee's a lot closer to the action than I am. So I'm just proving my point there once again as Danny McFadden, number 37, has the ball currently, shielding it from Alex Cravinger, the much larger player. Looks like we're going to get a flag on that play, so this will be free for the Cardinal here. Who else but Aaron Tiao on the ball in the X position here? Looks like Stanford once again with some nice, patient play. Aaron Tiao, the field general out there, telling everyone where they need to be. My goodness, reminds me of LeBron. Just yelling at his teammates saying, no, here. Tiao still with the ball. Eventually drops it off there to number 9, Steele Billings. Billings still on the ball. Maybe thinking about a wraparound there. Got a little stuck there on the spin. Once again. Nice blow up there from Steele Billings. Gets the Bronco faithful up off their cold seats there. Cravinger, who did have the penalty called against him. We'll make sure this play gets stopped right here. So the referees here will deliberate as to what exactly the infraction will be. Still looking for an official call here from the refs. Stand by. So we know that it's going to be on Santa Clara. Just need to know what the timing will be on this infraction here. During this time, we do encourage anyone who isn't already subscribed to us to subscribe to DNF_ADV Sports. Thank everybody for us just hitting the 1,000-person mark for subscriptions. Go ahead and like this video. Still unclear as to what the penalty was. Doesn't look like there was any indication. Does look like James Driska is the person the malefactor, I should say, who had the penalty committed against them. Believe it's a 30-second penalty as that ball is ripped just to the side of the cage, I should say. It was Jack Cowan on the ball with that shot. Ryan Rosselli tried the outlet to Aiden Oates, bounced out of his net. So a numbers advantage for the Cardinal. Lets it rip. Another great save from Rosselli. With not much he can do there as Steele Billings clears the table. Ryan Rosselli with a great initial shot there. But Steele Billings able to clean that up right in front of goal. Not much Rosselli could do on the rebound. Let's see that one more time. Cardinals had the man advantage there, and you could see the body language of Ryan Rosselli just being like, well, hopefully I save it. So it's 3-3 now. 6 minutes have elapsed in the second period of action here. 3-3. Scorelines, I would say, pretty fair so far. That's going to be a holding call on the Cardinal. Canon Cassane called on the hold. Will make it Bronco ball. So 9 minutes to go here in the first half of action. Logan Bradish on the ball here for the Broncos. There to Jack Egan. Maybe thought about ripping it for a moment. Did John Morris. Could see Jack Egan there gesticulating. Easy, calm. Calm out there. John Morris lets it rips. And John Morris will score. Broncos fans leaping out of their seats after that great shot there from the kid from Lake Forest, Illinois. See that one more time. Nice little cut there. Created some space. Was able to cock the stick back and let her rip. So Santa Clara back up on top with 4-3 lead there. Just after about a minute of this game being tied. So we will see Partovi once again at the center circle. Referee making sure everything's all kosher up there. Flick of the wrist there, won by the Cardinal for a moment. It's going to be a hold now, this time called on the Broncos. Partovi rushes off the field. Steele Billings, number 9, currently on the ball, being guarded by number 9, James Driska. The committer of the last penalty there for the Broncos. Cardinal now settling in. Finley Desai, number 16 here. Playing a little two-man game there with 37, Danny McFadden. McFadden does a nice job to stab that ball out of the air. A little bit of a deke. Back to Billings. Aaron Tiao shuffling those feet. Stanford doing a good job of distributing this ball across the perimeter, and an even better save there from Ryan Rosselli again. Ryan Rosselli has been in excellent form here in this season so far. Has allowed only 49 goals on the season compared to the 84 allowed by Yazzolino there of Stanford. Impressive goalkeeping play all season from Rosselli. Great passer of the ball as well. Able to distribute those outlet balls very well as Aiden Oates gets the ball. Back from Jack Egan here. Egan's maybe going to set a screen here as Oates maybe thought about a rip. Thomas Honey with the ball. And that's going to be a goal! Thomas Honey in the money with a goal there, making it 5-3 for Santa Clara. Thomas Honey, let's see that one more time. Aiden Oates there. And that's going to be a nice assist there from Michael Ray. Oates to Ray to Honey. Little three-man game, that's all they needed. Santa Clara with their largest lead of the match so far. 2 goals. Not a whole lot in lacrosse, but Quinn McCall there, number 0. A nice win there for Santa Clara. But a 2-goal lead can be erased just like that in lacrosse. That's why faceoffs are so important. You can really stack goals in quick succession here. 6 minutes is an eternity in lacrosse time. Santa Clara still on the ball here. Michael Ray. Back to the X there to Bradish. Maybe thinking about a wraparound. Shuffles his feet. Maybe a shot on target. And is going to be, I'm assuming, a crease infraction or maybe running into the keeper. Aggressive play there from the Broncos, trying to extend this lead. But a little too aggressive there. Something Coach Manny probably not going to get too angry about there is Stanford lucky to hold on to possession there. Oh, you could hear Paul Jepson run onto the field there. Coach Paul Jepson for the Cardinal wanting a timeout, and he will get it with 5:35 to go in the second period of action here. Quick little burst of offense from Santa Clara, making it 5-3. We'll be back in a moment. All right, and we are back after the Stanford timeout. Coach Paul Jepson doesn't want this game to get too out of hand here. As I said, lots of time to be played in this game. If you're Stanford, you don't want Santa Clara to pull away too much. Great save from Rosselli. Again, another flag thrown. Figure out what that is in a moment. Stanford going to have a free play here. Rosselli again keeping his team in the game. Nice pass there, and that's a great goal for Stanford. Great pass there from Steele Billings to Jack Cowan. Cuts the lead back to 1. Let's see that one more time. You could see Steele Billings from across the field there. Threw across a lot of white shirts, and Steele Billings with a clinical finish there. Going near post on that. Put it in a very awkward position was Ryan Rosselli. Sorry, Ryan, you just hit 50 goals allowed on the year, but hey, still very, very impressive. 5-4 Santa Clara with 5:14 left on the clock. Jack Partovi with the clinical GB on the faceoff, dumps it off there to Jack Cipriani. Cipriani, nice spin move to break through 2 Stanford defenders. My goodness, gone through the spin cycle there. Flag on the play. Would be a free one for Santa Clara. Stanford does not have the man advantage since they scored when the flag was thrown. So it offsets. Cravinger on the ball for Santa Clara. Having some patient build up here. Really in no rush whatsoever, it seems like. Are we waiting for something? Just maybe waiting for instruction from Coach Manny. And I'm wondering here if this is one of those moments that you watch an NBA game where they joke about 2K glitching happening in real life, but I digress. Patient play here from Santa Clara. Cravinger going downhill, lots of runway. Dumps it off to Honey. Lets it rip. Just right at the cage there. Aiden Oates had some real venom. And so they are going to call an infraction there. I believe it was number 14 on Ryan McJanet. Pardon me, I believe that was Aiden Oates with that shot. I think I might have said Thomas Honey. So we'll have an advantage here. Man advantage for Santa Clara. Just waiting for this to be blown live, which it is. 30-second advantage for the Broncos. That's a wayward pass, and that's going to be costly there. Stays on their attacking zone, though. Now Thomas Honey on the ball. Maybe lets it rip. Does Honey? Great finish. Thomas Honey on the money again. Cross body life there. Buries it into the upper left V. And there's not much Yazzelino could do there. Little two-man game there. Thomas Honey, joink. Had a little spin on that ball, almost like a cutter. Great finish there from the Broncos to extend this lead once again to 2 goals. 6-4, 3:35 left in the second period. The kind of shot that once again really brought the Bronco support section alive. Venomous was that shot there from Thomas Honey. Partovi once again. And Jack went a little too early. Maybe going to argue his case there, but it's going to fall onto deaf ears there as Stanford Cardinal going to take over there. Back down to their 2-goal deficit with 3.5 to go. Who else but Aaron Tiao? I didn't even have to look at his number to know. Tiao was doing some dancing behind the cage. Trying to break the perimeter are the Cardinal here. Steele Billings with the ball. Trying to break through that Broncos defense here. 3 minutes to go now. Once again, Danny McFadden on the ball. Eats a cross-check, a couple of cross-checks there from Alex Cravinger. Steele Billings on the ball. Goes to the left, lets it rip. Ryan Rosselli does a great job again. From my angle, did not look like that was technically going to be a shot on target, but was very close. Rosselli not going to take any risks. And once again on their horse are the Broncos. Thomas Honey eating that hit. Cravinger on the ball now. Back to Aiden Oates. Aiden Oates, some patient play here. You just saw Jack Egan check in. Aiden Oates with a shot. Great save there from Yazzelino, who's going to try and get on his horse here and counterattack. Switches play. A dangerous ball for sure. That's going to be a turnover. And oh my goodness, almost a shove from Logan Bradish in there. Almost shoved the Stanford player into those cold stands. Bradish to Egan. Jack Egan maybe thinking about a shot, maybe going to let it rip. And that's a bouncing shot saved by Yazzolino. Going to spill out behind the cage there. Yazzolino, pursued by 3 Bronco attackers, I should say, loses the ball. And that's an open net, but they are going to call that an infraction. You can't do that, folks. You can't do that. So, Cardinal ball. Once again with 1-2-3 left on the clock here in the first half of action here. Low scoring, but not low in excitement for sure here. As once again we got Danny McFadden on the ball, getting downhill, maybe thinking about a rip. Thought about it for a moment, but was met by a sea of Broncos. Cardinal once again in possession. Steele Billings now. Just under 1 minute to play in the first half. Cardinal trying to make this a 1-goal lead. Aaron Tiao, who else but? Oh my goodness, drops it off right on the front doorstep there. It's going to be a shove in the back there. Shove in the back from Santa Clara. It's going to stay on this side of the field with just over 30 seconds to go. Steele Billings on the ball right now. Apologies for the fraternity brothers who think they're funny right now, if you hear them on the microphones. We were all 19 and had a weird haircut. Steele Billings on the ball once again. Looming, lurking with 10 seconds to go. Billings dumps it off, but it's a wayward pass. It's going to be a turnover with 5 seconds to go. And that's going to do it for us here in the first half. Not much to do. So definitely back and forth here in the first half. Santa Clara, though, playing focused. And it is 6-4. I am Jack Lowry here. We're going to step away for halftime. We'll be back in just a moment for the third period of action. Don't go anywhere. Okay. And we are back. Welcome. The road goes on forever and the party never ends. Welcome back. It's Jack Lowry here at Bellomy Field in Santa Clara University here in Santa Clara, California. Santa Clara University Broncos taking on the Stanford Cardinal, up 6-4 currently, as Quinn McCall, number 0 there, wins the faceoff there for the Santa Clara Broncos. Broncos in the white, the Stanford Cardinal in the black. A little confusing there. Apologies. Nice catch there. Santa Clara getting on their horse. That was Brinley Zanowski with a goal there. A lot of Brinley's fraternity brothers are hearing strong voice for their brother. Stanford on the ball after the turnover. Back and forth first half. If you missed it, rather low scoring there. Great interception from Thomas Honey. Open goal, and it's going to be a hat trick for Honey. My goodness gracious. Heads up play there from Thomas Honey. My goodness. Let's see that. Partovi tried the outlet. Thomas Honey. Nice interception, nice goal, and that is a hat trick for Honey. So we'll see Jack Partovi, number 23, popping that hit. My God. Face off here. Refs making sure everything's all good. Partovi snaps his wrist pretty quickly there. Able to get the scoop. And just like that, he is on his figurative horse. Jumps it off there to Logan Bradish. And it looks like Santa Clara here will take a nice little hockey shift as Cravinger there dumps it off to Aiden Oates, number 15. Already has a couple of goals today. Thought about getting another one there. Dumps it off to Bradish instead. Dumps it off to Honey. Now to Cipriani. Cravinger, we've seen some variation of this lineup pretty much the entire match here for Santa Clara. Cravinger, number 7, who's on the ball and actually just lost the ball. I was going to say uses his size very well, but immediately got dispossessed. And Santa Clara on the ball. So after Carter Kling there, cajoled the ball loose, dumped it off to Steele Billings, who gets the ball back there from Aaron Tiao. So Steele Billings there. Runs across the face of goal, dumps it off there. Stanford Cardinal, another wayward pass there. This time it looks like they're not going to have to pay for it there, as James Driscoll was not able to scoop up the GB. Alex Cravinger with a huge hit there. And you could see the ref saying, calmate, calmate. Don't want this match to get too chippy. It's a physical game, but could get out of hand very, very quickly. Refs doing a good job to protect these Stanford players as well. Just a reminder, too, Stanford only has 5 bench players. Not a lot of depth here. Still in this game, only 3 goals down. This isn't like soccer where 3 goals is basically a death sentence. 3 goals is almost nothing as Thomas Honey looks for another wraparound here. Dumps it off to Cravinger, loses the ball. Stanford trying to get the GB there. Ball still out there, and that's a lost stick there. Cardinals still hold on. Just for the moment, though, my goodness. It's quite the pinball happening right now before it's scooped up by John Morris, who has a goal already today for himself. Morris, number 18 there on the right side of your screen, still with the ball. Takes a couple of nice hops there. Weak hands it, but a nice save there from Sutton Yazzolino once again. Yazzolino has done a great job to make sure that this game does not get too out of hand. Santa Clara could easily have 10 goals here tonight, as that is a wayward pass and a turnover for the Cardinal, resulting in Santa Clara Bronco ball here. Logan Bradish with the scoop and the pass to Aiden Oates. Pass back to the X there. Honey again, and Honey will score. My goodness. A honeycomb of goals there for Thomas Honey. Going to extend this lead to 8-4. Let's see it again, Tommy. Come on now. Nice little deke there from from Oates to Honey. Nice. Oates and Honey a winning combination. Next up for the Stanford Cardinal is going to be a home game at Stanford University against the Nevada Wolfpack. Then they'll be going on a pseudo little road trip down to UCSB on the 5th of April. And their final game of the season will be a big old rivalry match against the University of California Golden Bears. That'll be at Berkeley at Maxwell Family Field, where we were at earlier today for the Cal game against Oregon, where Cal won a great game. Probably the best they've looked all year. As Santa Clara wins another face-off here. Santa Clara looking to create a little bit more separation in this lead in the third quarter here. This game has gone back and forth. There have been multiple lead changes, tying ups as Thomas Honey tries another wraparound, and it's a little too high. Maybe got jammed up there by a couple of Cardinal defenders there. Those checks going to hurt a little bit more as the temperature continues to drop here on the campus of Santa Clara University. Jack Egan here with the ball. Maybe thought about a shot there. Decided against it. Dumped it off to Oates. Aiden Oates there. Nice spin. Great footwork. Great save. Sutton Yazzelino dropping down, changing levels. Not able to scoop the ball up, but able to defer the ball to the wing. And Jack Egan will reset here for the Broncos. Nice move there from Egan. Maybe thought about letting it rip. Cipriani on the ball now. Mike Ray there. The Australian. Thomas Honey, no dice. Mike Ray with a shot on goal, and that's going to go in. Mike Ray with the shot and the goal. And it is 9-4 Santa Clara. My goodness. Little bounce there. Nice cleanup there from Mike. Eventually sneaks in there. You see the frustration on the Cardinal players. Body language, 90% of communication, I think is the term. Being shown there, the frustration from the Cardinal, who were leading in this game, and it was very close, but so far the Broncos in the first 5.5 minutes of the second half, Broncos on a full-blown stampede so far. As they win another face-off there, thanks to Jack Partovi. Did such a good job against Utah Tech on Wednesday night of controlling those matchups. It was how they were able to extend that lead. You got to think that was a big mental victory for Santa Clara as well to handily take care of Utah Tech as Thomas Honey's shot goes just a little high there. As I mentioned earlier, Utah Tech versus Santa Clara this Wednesday finished 21-7, and that's another goal there for Aiden Oates. And Honey, that's a bunch of oats that game. My goodness. Not my best phrase, but hey, we'll take it. Feel free to tell me I'm lame in the chat there. Aiden Oates, nice little wraparound. Not much Yazzelino could do there. So that'll be a timeout for the Cardinal here. As Coach Paul Jepson for Stanford here wants to see if he can make some chicken salad out of this game still. Just a reminder, as I've said many times, feel free to give us a like and a subscribe here at DNF_ADV Sports. Have lots of lacrosse action. Today we had the Cal-Oregon game. We have this Stanford game, as well as we had the Cal-Poly game against Sonoma State earlier as well. So we are all over the state, all over the West Coast Lacrosse League. Next up here for Santa Clara. Next Friday, they're going to be taking on BYU, the alma mater of Steve Young there. After that, they're going to be taking a trip all the way to Fort Collins to go take on the Golden Rams of Colorado State. That'll be Saturday, March 22nd. And then they'll be not wrapping up, the 2 days after that, Monday at Colorado in Boulder. And the last 2 games for Santa Clara on the season will be Sonoma State. That'll be here on the 30th of March. And the final Santa Clara regular season game will be Sunday, April 6th against University of California Golden Bears. Okay, face off here as I get the housekeeping out of the way. Quinn McCall will be at the face-off here for Santa Clara once again, taking on Cannon Kinane, or Cannon Cassane, I should say. I always get Cannon Cassane mixed up with Kyle Kinane, the famous comedian. Quinn McCall there did a good job of winning the face-off initially, but was met by a lot of black jerseys there who whacking him with their aluminum rods. As the Cardinal now try to get this ball into their attacking area, which they will be able to do. As I've said many a times, if you heard the broadcast earlier today, the Cal-Oregon game as well. 6-goal leads in lacrosse, not that substantial. Still have 23 minutes of play in this match so far. So we still got a lot of lacrosse to play here. Santa Clara got to make sure to not let Stanford back into this game here. They have the Cardinal at a pretty healthy arm's distance right about now. A lot of thanks there to Ryan Rosselli, too. He's had some very high-level goalkeeping play here. This is just purely conjecture, but I got to think he might be getting an all-conference selection at the end of this season if he keeps it up here. Wayward pass there. GB scooped up there by the Broncos. Nice run there from Evan Westervelt. Eats the tackle, too. Broncos have numbers. Maybe thinking about a shot there. Not Logan Bradish. Thomas Honey, I should say. And that goes to Cipriani there. Lost the ball. Lots of shoving there from both sides. Someone's trying to scoop it. My goodness. It's like a rugby scrum. Thomas Honey, though. And that is going to be a push in the back off of a Cardinal defender. It'll stay Bronco ball for the time being. Thought it was maybe going to be a crease infraction, but alas, shove in the back. You can't do that. Cravinger back in here. Logan Bradish in the X here. Looking to dish it off to one lucky Bronco. Was thinking about Thomas Honey there. He's already got 4 goals today. Deflected pass there by the Cardinals. Logan Bradish tried to get in front of goal. Got a check for his troubles. And the Stanford Cardinal will get possession back here. Finley Desai one more time on the ball. And that is a wayward pass again. Costly turnovers for these Cardinals. Seldom do you hear stories of Stanford students making mental errors, but alas, here we are. Showing no one is perfect. To err is to be human, I should say. Jack Egan on the ball. Number 33 there. Thought it was going to be a shot there, but a pass to Logan Bradish, number 42. Faked us all out here with his shot just left of the cage. Egan for the Broncos will retain possession there, passing it to Cravinger. We've seen Cravinger like to create some space and generate some momentum downhill. And that will result in another Cravinger goal. And the Broncos extend their lead to 7. Let's see that goal one more time. Like I said, Cravinger does a great job of building up some momentum there. Sidestepping 3 defenders there. Does a great job of absorbing the blow there from Ryan McJanet as well. Cravinger doing a great job using that size, and that'll be his 8th goal on the season. 13th goal contribution overall. This is quite the battle there. Jack Partovi, like a pit bull, just not willing to let it go there. It was quite the hit there. As the Cardinal will gain possession here. The faceoffs surprisingly 50-50. I'd be surprised. I'd like to see maybe the stats on the splits for the faceoff, but for how steadily Santa Clara has been in control, you'd think that Partovi would be dominating the faceoff circle here. Cardinal back in the attacking zone for the first time in a while. Desai had the ball, dumped it off there. Cardinal trying to get something in front of goal, but too many white shirts there to plug up the middle there. Broncos doing a good job of defending. As I say that, they give up an excellent goal in front of the cage there. Steele Billings with a great shot on target. Perfectly timed. Let's see that one more time. Who else but Aaron Tiao? My goodness. Aaron Tiao with his 11th assist of the year. My goodness, 30 goal contributions for Aaron Tiao. Truly impressive. We're talking about all conference selections. First ballot, in my opinion. I don't get voting rights. I don't think that's how it works. But alas, face off here. Stanford down 6 with 4:20 to go in the third period of action. Quinn McCall has been excellent on the face-off today for the Broncos. Using that wide base. Now as Tyler King on the ball here. Tried to push the ball up to Logan Bradish. It was scooped up there. Ooh, man. That was a suspect pass there from Yazzolino to his defenders. Had to be precise, and it was. Ball now back with Finley Desai. And now to Steele Billings. Stanford not having the immediate quite sense of urgency if maybe this was the fourth quarter of action and they had to come back here. But they definitely know that they have to be steady if they want to stay in this match. Down 6 with 3.5 to go in the third quarter. Once again, thought they were going to let it rip there. Back to Aaron Tiao there. That's going to be a crease violation from Aaron Tiao there. A rare mishap there from the Cardinal star. And Ryan Rosselli, who has not had a lot of questions asked of him in the second half there. Cardinal do a good job of dispossessing that pass there, but a nice GB scoop there by, I believe that was Mike Ray there, the Australian. Shout out to Mike's dad, super nice bloke. He's teaching me some fun Australian vernacular earlier today, as we now once again have Mike Ray on ball. Mike Ray maybe thinking about getting his second shot so far. Logan Bradish in the X. And now to Jack Cipriani. Cut left, fooled a few defenders there. Was looking for Thomas Honey, but it ends up with the stick of John Morris, the Illini. Dancing around is Morris. Nice little spin there to Honey. Back to Bradish in the X. Bradish certainly thought about a wraparound for a moment. Patient play here for the Broncos with 2 minutes left, and that's going to be a great goal there. My goodness, John Morris with his second goal of the game here. 13-5, Santa Clara is rolling these last two games. Let's see that replay one more time, please. Yep, nice rip there, low, and to the left there. Once again, John Morris, second goal of the game, 6th on the year for him. as Partovi checks back in for the Broncos, immediately wins the faceoff, thinking about another goal, and is gonna get it. We've seen Partovi do that time and time again this year. This is how Santa Clara pulls away from these matches. They stack and stack. Let's see that one more time. Partovi so quick on the wrist snap on the faceoff. Gets downhill, lets it rip, low and to the right. Not much Yazzolino could do on the save there. So now Quinn McCall's turn for the Broncos. Broncos up 8 now with just under 2 minutes left. Got lots of big hits there. That is going to be an infraction on the Cardinal. We'll have someone sit down and think about what they've done. If I'm not mistaken, that was number 37, Danny McFadden, who will sit there and take a knee. It might have been Carter Kling. It was definitely a 30 player. Yep, looks like it was 32 Kling there. Looks like that's going to be 1 minute violation there for the Cardinal. You've got to be careful here. This game is already very slowly getting out of hand. Could get up to double digits just like that before the quarter even ends. You can definitely tell the Broncos smell the blood in the water here. You can see the little extra pep in their step. Nice in front of goal, and that is going to be easy meat and drink there for Jack Cipriani with another goal for the Broncos. And that is now a 9-goal lead for Santa Clara. My goodness. Something has really clicked with this team led by Coach Manny Repkin in these last 2 games here. Scoring 21 against Utah Tech here and already letting this game start to begin to get away here. Like I said, lots of time still to be played. 16 minutes and change cumulatively to be played in this match still. Lots of time as we've seen Santa Clara stack these up. You never know. Aaron Tiao could go Super Saiyan for all we know. Ultra Instinct, who knows? Partovi again with a face-off win. Dumps it off to Cipriani there. And it looks like we're going to get a little bit of a line shift here for both teams as Santa Clara in no particular rush as we have 1 minute left in the third period of action. Ball currently with Jack Egan from Aurora, Colorado. Temperature continues to drop here on Chile. Bellomy Field shot. Great save there from Yazzolino. And an even better outlet pass that is very well scooped up by the malefactor of the last penalty there, Carter Kling. It's going to be a hold on the Broncos, who have seldom committed fouls here in the second half of action here. But the Cardinal will stay on attack here. 20 seconds to go in the third period of action, the penultimate period. For all you vocab nerds out there, Cardinal got about 10 seconds to go to make something happen here. Try and close this deficit, even if it's just to 8 there. Wayward shot there. And that'll do it for us in the third period here. Santa Clara exploding in that third period, extending the lead to 9 as Santa Clara has 14 to Stanford's 5. We'll be back after a brief break here for the final quarter of action. I'm Jack Lauer. We'll be right back. All right, folks, and we are back with the final 15 minutes of action here at Bellomy Field here in beautiful Santa Clara, California. We thank you, everyone who's watching on YouTube. Appreciate everyone who said so many nice, kind words. Stuff we had lots of family of players come up and say, hey, I watched you in Florida. Hey, I watch you here. It's always nice. Quinn McCall there. Wayward pass. Oh, no. Quinn McCall just drops his stick. He knows that he messed up there. Ryan Rosselli was not ready, and Stanford finds a quick glimmer of hope there to make it 6-14. My goodness. Yeah, no one was ready. My goodness. Quinn McCall maybe thought that Santa Clara was still going that way. Who knows? Kind of funny that Jack Partovi immediately subbed back in. All righty. Back up and ready to go. Stanford Cardinal back on the attack here. A couple shoves. Never seen some pushes in the back there from the Broncos, so it'll be Stanford ball once again. So Santa Clara pretty much just got to be like a tugboat here and just make sure that the ship gets safely put back into harbor here. Don't want any rogue waves to come in. Once again, it's really been, I don't want to say night and day because Santa Clara's looked good all season, but really these last two games, something has clicked, I think, in this Santa Clara team. High scoring, great passing, great timing, and once again, Ryan Rosselli in between the sticks with some great goalkeeping play. As Santa Clara packs the crease here. Stanford trying to get a shot on target. Not even met by the keeper there. Stayed inbounds there, Aaron Tiao. Once again showing off his incredible skill set there to make sure that ball did not go out for a turnover there. Keeping his team alive there. Steele Billings. Great, my goodness. Aaron Tiao is such a great player. Such a great player. It is an absolute pleasure to watch him anytime he's on the field. Steele Billings there with the shot, and that's going to be a shot clock violation for the Cardinals there with 13:16 to go in the final period of play. Ryan Rosselli here. Keeper going to bring the ball up here for his Broncos. Nice little pocket pass there. Dumping it off to Charles Nagley. Ripping it. And I believe that was Jack Cipriani, number 14. Will stay Bronco ball here. Broncos maybe trying to get to 20 goals again for 2 games in a row. And we are starting slowly but surely here to start to creep into that territory for the Stanford Cardinal where we maybe start playing for moral victories rather than actual. As that shot goes just to the right there. I believe that was Aiden Oates. Just wide. It'll stay on this side of the field, though. Thomas Honey here from the X. Honey maybe thought about Oates there, but elected to stay back with the X there to John Morris. And it goes out for a Santa Clara turnover. Have not had a lot of those today, have the Broncos. They had a few mental errors in that first half here, but that third quarter was just about as clean as they could have played it. Coach Manny Repkin's definitely going to be pleased with his Broncos. Is the flag thrown there? This will be a free play here for the Cardinal. Wonder what the infraction was. I think it might have been too many men on the field there for the Broncos. Steele Billings on the ball here for Stanford. Getting downhill. It's a nice shot on target. Ryan Rosselli with the save. Yep, he was offsides there on number 21, Nicholas Dolp. For the Broncos. All right, so Dolp's going to take a little rest there. I think that's a 30-second break there for the native Oregonian, Nicholas Dolp from Portland. All right, Stanford back on the ball with the man advantage, if only for 25 seconds or so. We'll try to cut the lead to 7. As I've said many times, 7-goal lead, about 10 minutes to go. Not out of the question here. Stanford definitely have to capitalize on these power plays here if they want to make this interesting. Penalty officially killed by Santa Clara. Looks like this is going to be an official's timeout here. I don't believe the clock reset, the shot clock reset, if I'm not mistaken here. About 11:45 to go in this matchup here. I believe the official timing is 11:47. Yep. Aaron Tiao once again here. I got to think of a nickname for Tiao. If anyone is deserving, my goodness, in the dust. But alas, the Cardinal not able to capitalize once again on their opportunities there. Blasting down the wing is Charles Nagley. That time to Tyler King. There to Thomas Honey here. Tommy Honey here. Back to the X position. Loves that wraparound to the left side of the cage. Elects to pass it out here. Wayward pass. That might be a turnover. Nice save there from the Broncos, intended there for Maxwell Snyder from Minnesota, Minneapolis, the Twin Cities. All right, looking around as to what exactly is happening. The ref is, I think, trying to fix the shot clock right now. We're seeing a couple of technical difficulties, but that is once again blown live. Is the game here. Back to the X position. Thomas Honey here on the ball. Jack Egan now. Nice spin move. Back to the X there to Bradish. Honey to Cipriani. But the ball jostled loose there. But not crisp of a passive enough for Stanford there. Nice ground ball pick up there by Danny McFadden once again. McFadden's done a great job of bringing the ball into the attacking area for the Cardinals so far. As Steele Billings brings the ball up and has some momentum there. Dumps it off to the X. And Aaron Tiao there, almost another goal off the post. And they're going to call that a hold. This will stay on this side of the field. Aaron Tiao almost had another goal. My goodness. So, played live once again here. Will stay Cardinal ball after the shove in the back infraction. McFadden on the ball. Trying to take on Cravinger. Maybe looking for Aaron Tiao, but alas, that's going to sneak in there. Doing a little shove from McFadden there. And Cravinger. Ooh, a couple words spoken there. 9 minutes to go there. Stanford closing the lead ever so slightly. We got another football score here. 7-14. Nice bouncing shot there, and you could see McFadden and Cravinger having a couple choice words there. It's a contact sport. You don't have to exchange Christmas cards with everybody you play with, so, you love to see it. It's a volatile sport there as Jack Partovi again with a face-off win and a face-off goal. Jack Partovi telling Stanford to sit down and take the bus back to Palo Alto. Let's see that one more time. Jack Partovi, like a pit bull, just refusing to let go. Lets it rip. Bouncing shot. Not much Yazzolino could do. 15-7, just like that. Broncos continue. And my goodness, Stanford's got to be careful here to not let the Broncos out of the stable too much here with this score. Already down 8. They're going to let Partovi go again here. Surely he can't do it again, right? Scoops it up again. Flings it in the air. Nice little scoop there by Tyler King from San Mateo, the local. Ball on the ground. Everyone vying for the rubber lime. Finally scooped up there by the Cardinal. Finley Desai finally calming down this team. McFadden on the ball, Danny McFadden. Now passing it to Steele Billings here. Thought Billings was maybe going to drop it off to AT-AT, Aaron Tiao. Trying out the Star Wars nickname. Don't quite know if I like it yet. And we got AT-AT on the ball. Ooh, little high there. Gets shoved for his troubles. Seeing a flag thrown from the referee at the midfield mark. And it certainly looks like Tyler Harrison, the Palo Alto native, is going to have to take a knee on his first appearance of the night. See what the official call was here. It's going to be a 1-minute man advantage here for the Cardinal here. As I said, Tyler Harrison's first appearance today, almost immediately met with the penalty box, like whenever I play NHL 24 on my Xbox. All right, Stanford will start with the ball. McFadden, number 37 there on the left side of your screen, will start off with the ball. 8 minutes to go. Stanford's got to have a goal a minute here pretty much just to force overtime. Chris passing here. Nice save from Stanford to avoid the turnover. Distributing the ball well. Little Tipsky there from the Santa Clara defenders. Nice distribution and a better save from Rosselli. Rosselli making sure this is not a close game. Has had multiple great saves. Had to make sure that that ball was not going to be another easy tap-in for Stanford, who had already an open net for one of their goals. If you really think about it, Rosselli only letting in 6 goals again. I mean, back-to-back games potentially of only letting in 7 goals. Very impressive there from Rosselli. In Santa Clara, you can just tell by the body language, not in any particular rush here, just trying to execute and show some discipline. 2 words that if you ever talk to Coach Manny, that you will hear him say a lot. Chopping the feet is their number 24, James Robinson, the Maryland native, finally getting in the game here. We saw Cipriani lose the ball there and get scooped up by the Cardinal once again. So Yazzolino started off for the boys from Palo Alto once again. We're hearing some offside calls from Stanford. It looked like they had a player who stepped over. Yep, sure did. Can't do that, folks. Got to have some defenders in the defensive area. And there we go. John Morris, number 18, bringing it into the attacking zone here for the Santa Clara Broncos. Get a little bit of a hockey shift here as we'll see some lesser seen Broncos on the field for the first time today. Get some good playing time. Get some good development reps for all Bronco players. Let's see what's going to happen. Centering it forward. Cipriani with a great rip. My goodness, Jack Cipriani with another great goal here. The kid from Carlsbad, take a bow. See that one more time. John Morris, I believe, number 18, passing it out from the X. Great assist there. Morris to Cipriani. Makes it 16-7. Santa Clara up on top. 5:40 to go. Definitely starting to get into that area where Stanford's starting to play for moral victories here. Stanford definitely can't hang their head too low on this, as I've said multiple times. Wow! Quinn McCall with a goal here. And look what it means to the kid in the bench. My goodness, the bench is animated as a Disney movie with that. Quinn McCall with a great goal off the face-off. See that one more time. Quick snap of the wrist from Quinn. And who are you going to McCall? Quinn. There we go. Not my best joke, but a great goal. 17-7 there, Santa Clara, with 5:30 to go in this matchup. Jack Partovi now will take over for the Broncos. As I was saying, though, Santa Clara, much larger roster than this Cardinal team. Cardinals only have 5 bench players here. So it's going to be a game of endurance for them. Ultimate respect for anyone who plays this contact sport, specifically on such a cold night. My goodness. So the Broncos here will see this ship into the harbor here, barring something wild. As we see number 19, Maxwell Snyder here. Once again, kid from Minnie. Okay, so that's going to be an infraction on Santa Clara and a turnover there. Maybe falling asleep here as the Cardinal down 10. In front of goal, Steele Billings. With the goal, all Billings paid. Nice goal there for the Cardinal. Cuts the deficit down to 9. Steele Billings, a great player on this Cardinal team. Very clinical in front of goal. Has done a great job multiple times now of getting in front of the crease without committing a crease infraction and calmly putting that away. Santa Clara still up 9 to go with 4.5 minutes left in this match. Next match for Santa Clara, as I reminded y'all earlier, will be against BYU, Brigham Young University. Next Friday the 14th here at Bellomy Field, as we will see Tyler King get a rip, but Yazzolino does a great job to save and whip that outlet up the field there to Kling. Once again to Tiao, and the AT once again proves to be lethal in front of goal. My goodness. You'd think he was on the Hoff system with how many fatal shots he's had. Aaron Tiao, my goodness, at 30 goal contributions on the year. 20 goals, 10 assists. Pardon me. I believe it's at 31 now. 20 goals and 31 assists. Or 11 assists, I should say. Sorry. It's been a long day, folks. It's been a long day. We called the Berkeley game earlier today. As Jack Partovi dumps it off there to Cipriani. I thought Partovi was going to get another face-off goal. But Cipriani here. Eventually he's going to dump it off there to Robinson. Now back to Snyder. Broncos second unit here. Just trying to execute the game plan as best as they can. Don't want to make any silly mistakes here. Making silly mistakes in here is probably the worst thing you could do if you're trying not to run a bunch in practice next week. Number 13 on the ball now, Max Partovi, Jack's younger brother here. Seen him feature in the past few games. Partovi's from Oregon, Portland to be exact. If I'm not mistaken, they went to Jesuit High School. with Nicholas Dolp, if my research does me correct. There are a lot of Jesuit high schools, but it's kind of the whole point of the Jesuits. Alas, the Cardinals now back on attack. You know this game is over with if I've started talking about the order of the Jesuits. As the Cardinals, just the singular Cardinal, will get the ball here. And purely playing for moral victories here is Santa Clara once again is going to advance to 4-2 on the year so far. Stanford going to drop to 2-5. Santa Clara is going to go up to 2-2 in the division as well. Coach Manny Rapkin got to be happy with the play over the last week here for the Broncos. Really has seemed like play has clicked here for Santa Clara. High scoring, great defensive play, great goalkeeping play as well from Rosselli. And right there, Santa Clara again with a defensive stop there. Nicholas Dolp there with the scoop, dumps it off there to Cipriani here, and we got the 2-minute warning here for you as Max Snyder's on the ball. Mentioned it earlier, next game for Stanford will be at home against the University of Nevada next Saturday, before they take a few weeks of a break and are facing UC Santa Barbara Saturday, April 5th at UC Santa Barbara for their Stanford's last game, which will be at Maxwell Family Field in Berkeley for their huge rivalry match up against University of California. Looks like there's some infraction here. Referees communicating as to what happened. Lots of discussion currently happening with 90 seconds to go. I think it was a shot clock situation there. So the play is blown live as Max Partovi here passes it to Thomas Honey. Surprised Honey's still in this game. He's played so well, deserves a well-earned rest. Honey there runs to that X position, loves a wraparound. Now to Jack Egan, number 33. He's had a great game, has been on the field for a lot of these Santa Clara goals. Just under a minute now. Like to remind y'all to please subscribe to us here at DNF_ADV Sports. We just hit 1,000 subscribers, so we do appreciate everyone who does watch our videos, comments on the live stream. Give us a like. You can follow us at on Instagram at DNF_ADV Sports as well. For all updates, as that shot is saved there by Yazzolino with just under 30 seconds to go. So it's been a great game here for Santa Clara. High scoring again for them. Great play from Thomas Honey. Jack Cipriani, Jack Partovi again dominating the face-off circle. We'll give a shout-out to Quinn McCall, who also played very well in the face-off phase. Ryan Rosselli, typical of number 44, the Santa Clara keeper, having a great game. And so that will do it here, folks. Santa Clara once again stringing together a couple of great games here against the depleted Stanford Cardinal. So that'll do it here. My name is Jack Lowry, y'all. Once again, we will be back next Saturday. Next Friday, I should say, as they take on, Santa Clara takes on the Brigham Young Cougars for their next matchup. So Santa Clara 17, Stanford 9. We will see you next Friday, folks. Have a great week. Stay safe, drive safe.